let's look at the copy and paste feature of Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel has extensive options for copying and pasting. Now we have a table in front of us. I'm going to highlight the table. The very first option I would like to show you is that I click over, when I click on this copy options under the home tab, I have the option to copy this as a picture. When I copy this as a picture, it says picture as shown on screen. I click OK. Then I come to over here to cell G3 and I do a Control V. I paste it, and I pasted it as an image. I'm going to hit delete on the image for right now. Now let's do another copy and paste. First of all, I'm going to put a quick formula in here. So this is equal to average, and I'm going to put a left bracket on it, and then I'm going to include the numbers, and I'm going to put a right bracket on it, enter, and then I'm going to drag it over to the next cell. So we have the average formula in both cells. All I want to show is that this is an average calculation. So now I'm going to highlight this table, and I do a simple copy on the table. So this table is copied. Now I'm going to come to cell G3 and let's look at some of the paste options. Now this is a very simple paste. If I do a simple paste, it just pastes the table over, and so this is just the table pasted over. Now let's do a look at another type of copy and paste. Now these are formulas in this. There's an average of the 4 values up here, and there is another average of the 4 values up here. Now I'm going to come to the first average. I'm going to click copy. Then I'm going to come down to cell H10. Now I can paste, if I come over the first page, it is going to paste the formula as well as the format, and the result comes up to be the same. You can see the result showing up in the cell when I hover over the paste. Then I come to the formula paste. It's going to only copy over the formula. So how we will know that it's only copying over the formula, let me quickly show you. I'm going to hit escape for right now. Let's turn this 72 into 100. So that means the average should be a little bit higher. So now let's come back to the 77.5. I'll copy it, and I will click in cell H10. And when I click on the down arrow and paste, so if I do a simple paste, it's copying the formula as well as the value. So the answer for our it's copying the formula as well as the format, so the answer comes to be 84.5. If I only copy the formula, it's 84.5. And then if I was to scroll down here and just copy the value, it will be 77.5. So to make this more interesting, let's put a format on this 77.5. We'll give it a blue color over here. Come back to cell H10. Well, I'm going to copy 77.5 first. I copy 77.5. I come to cell H10 and I look at my paste options now. So now if I do a standard paste, which includes pasting the formula as well as the format, it gives me 84.5. But if I only want to copy the formula, then it gives me 84.5 because it's calculating the making the new calculation based on these numbers over here in column H. Now if I this is only copying the formula, and now it's saying that it wants to copy the formula and the number formatting. So if we were to, now the formatting in both the cells is the same, so you can't really see the difference. So let me change the formatting for this cell to a different kind of a number formatting. Let's make this we will change the formatting for this cell to numbers. We will turn it into a currency format. So now we will copy the 77.5 again, copy, right click, copy, and then we'll come to H10 and look at our paste options. So just the standard paste gives us 84.5. That means it's going to copy the formula and the format. Then if we just copy the formula, you see the format is 84.5, but the format is in currency. And the next one is copy the formula and copy it as a number format, so it brings it back to the 84.5. And then the last one is just keep the source format, and it's just a normal copy. So we'll go to a normal copy. Let's say we had done let's undo this. Let's start out from the first one. Let's say if we just do a simple paste. There is a simple paste right here. The references have changed for the formula H5 through H8. Now let's do undo again. Let's try the next one, which is just a formula copy. Now the formula got copied, but the formatting, it adopted the new formatting of currency, and it's still taking an average of the 4 numbers. Now let's do an undo one more time and do just a formula and number copy. Now it changed the format from a currency to a number. Let's do undo again, and then now this one is with the border and without a border. We will look at these separately. So now we've just looked at the first 4 options. The first one is just a simple paste, formula and number format paste, and formula and source format paste. Let's hit escape again, and it deselects our option. So let's highlight this lower part of the table. Well, before we highlight the table, we'll just delete the 4 columns, and so that we have just a regular Excel formatting. Now let's highlight this table, copy the table, and we come to cell G4, and now I'm just going to hover over these. So the first one is you can copy the table over with no borders. The second one is keep the source column width, and the third one is you can transpose the table. So if I paste it, it's going to be transposed. So let's quickly look at the first one. This is the first one, no borders. Our original text has borders. Let's undo this. Let's look at the second one. In this case, we copied it over, and the column width is the same as for column G, H, and I. The width is the same as B, C, and D. Now let's undo this, and let's do the third type of paste, which is transpose. So now the column width is off, so all you have to do is you have to highlight these columns and double click over here, and it will adjust it so that all the text is visible. So it transposed it, so it is still San Francisco is still 78, and Chicago is 72, 70. So all the numbers are just transposed. Let's do an undo 2 times to come back to our original. Now let's see here. Now the next options are that we can just paste the values. Now to show you by what I mean by just paste the values, I'm going to hit escape, and you see how there's a formula in here, average C5 through C8. So I'm going to highlight the whole text including the 2 formulas down here, and I'm going to copy. I'm going to come to cell G3. Now I'm just going to hover over all the options and then do the paste values. So this first one is giving us a complete paste, second one is giving us just a formula paste, the third one is formula and numbers, then the fourth one is formula, numbers, and formatting, no borders, same column width, transposed, and down here is just values only. So if I click values, now you see how in column C10, cell C10, we have an average formula, but in H10 it didn't copy the formula, it just copied the value over. So let's undo this, and let's look at the next one. The next one after this is values and number formatting. So as far as the number formatting of these numbers go, they're adopting those. Now that's pretty simple. Let's look at the next one. It's going to if we do this last one, it's not going to give us any results. It's going to give us an error actually, because it doesn't apply to this kind of a selection. So we have other options. We have just the formatting copy. Like if you this way, your numbers are not going to copy, only the formatting for these cells is going to get copied. And then the one after that is a paste link. Now the paste link is interesting. So if I do a paste link, I'm going to paste it through a link. Now let's first of all, so all that is happening in the paste link is that it is all these cells are becoming linked to the table on the left. So you see how there is a 0 over here, and G3 there is a 0, but G3 is equal to B3. So first of all, we want the format to be the same between both the tables as well, right? So for our purposes, we're going to highlight these tables, we're going to highlight the formatting, and we're going to copy the formatting over to our new tables. We'll make this a little bit bigger. Now all of these cells, we use the option of, to show you what option we used. The initial paste we did was based on this paste link, and so all of these cells are linked to this table over here. So if I change the value in Chicago to, let's say, 90, and I hit enter, the value on the right changes as well. So pay attention to this New York is 70 right now, and 70 over here. I'm going to change it to 80, and you will see that after I hit enter, this 80 is also going to change. So that is a special kind of paste that we have available. Now let's do a copy on this again, and let's look at the next one. Is this is going to be a paste picture. So I'll click over here in cell F11, and I will click on paste picture. So now that just copied the table and pasted it as a picture. So right now, if I make any changes in my original table, and I hit enter, the changes are only transferring over to this table over here. So this is our simple paste picture. I'm going to leave this down here, and I will copy this table one more time, and this time we are going to do a linked picture. So first I need to come to my destination. We're in G12, and I will click on the down arrow, and now I click on linked picture. So to show you the function of linked picture, I'm going to first of all delete this this table, and I'm going to change the formatting. So you see how this formatting is still, the formatting is still there. All I'm going to do is copy the formatting from an empty cell, and then rub it over the old formatting. So this is our linked table. There are two pictures that we have copied here. The lower one is just a picture by itself, but this top picture is actually linked. And so what's going to happen now is that if I change my 91 value to, let's say, 90, it is also going to change in my linked picture. So I'm going to delete this older picture, and we'll only look at the linked picture. And now this is 52 in the picture as well as on the table, so I'll make it 51, and I'll hit enter, and it changes in the picture as well. So those are